Sure, I'll give you homework. Though I don't know if you're going to be up for it, because it's a book.
Ooh.
This is a really good book to start learning.
Confirmation bias is the tendency to process information by looking for and interpreting information that is consistent with one's existing beliefs. This biased approach to decision-making is largely unintentional. I think you're the exception here. And often results in ignoring inconsistent information. I went ahead and looked up that book of yours. Here's what I found. This simple Google review of the very book you are citing says the impact of the American Civil War on Karl Marx and Karl Marx on America. Karl Marx and Abraham Lincoln exchanged letters at the end of the Civil War, although they were divided by far more than the Atlantic Ocean. They agreed on the cause of free labor and the urgent need to end slavery. And as you are going to learn in this video, this is a very misleading interpretation of what actually transpired between Abraham Lincoln and Karl Marx, and hardly even implies that they were both leftist in any way, shape, or form. One review on this book said, "Sorry, but that was a deceptive book and a waste of time." The back of the book introduces the book by saying that Marx and Lincoln corresponded towards the end of the war, and that there were issues that they agreed and disagreed on. The truth is that Marx wrote a letter to Lincoln on behalf of the International congratulating him on his second-term win and how the cause of the war is the cause of the working class. Lincoln then had his ambassador reply. His ambassador. And like this reviewer says, Abraham Lincoln did not personally write back to Karl Marx, ever. There's an article by the American Institute of Economic Research that debunks this. To be clear, Lincoln did maintain a lifelong interest in economic theory, just not the Marxist variety. A separate article confirms that in January 1865, Marx wrote Lincoln on behalf of the International Workingmen's Association, a group of socialists, communists, anarchists, and trade unions, to congratulate the American people upon the re-election. A few weeks later, U.S. Ambassador to Britain, Charles Francis Adams, wrote back to Marx saying Lincoln accepted his message with a sincere and anxious desire that he may be able to prove himself not unworthy to the confidence in which has been recently extended to him. That's it. A short congratulatory letter from Marx and a routine diplomatic response from an American ambassador are now proof that Lincoln and Marx were friendly and influenced each other. Whether you want to accept it or not, future generations are going to look back on modern Marxists like you the same way we look back on lost cause revisionists like Woodrow Wilson. Sorry, not sorry, you don't get to cherry pick the history books and pick what only rationalizes your pre-existing beliefs.